Tabernacle Baptist Church began as a vision over 85 years ago by Pastor McCann, who saw the need for a soul-winning, Bible-believing church in Roswell, New Mexico. Though humble in its beginnings, the church has experienced numerical growth as well as great blessings from the Lord. Through the years and several men of God, the Lord has used Tabernacle Baptist Church in a remarkable way. Each of Tabernacle's pastors have done a special work. Some have been builders, some have been teachers, some have been caretakers, others have healed wounds, but all have been a blessing to this community. At the continual forefront of Tabernacle Baptist Church's mission is reaching out to our community with the gospel of Jesus Christ. One such outreach was at Walker Air Force Base, where many airmen were impacted with the gospel and called into full-time ministry. After the Air Force Base closed, Tabernacle Baptist Church continued its community outreach through its bus and children's ministries. Hundreds of children each year are confronted with the truth and the love of Jesus Christ. But in order to keep up with the growth and outreach of this church's ministries, we've had to conduct several building campaigns, from the Sunday school wing and the gymnasium to the continual smaller remodels, which enable us to be more effective in teaching and reaching people for the glory of Christ. The result is that many have been saved and some even called into full-time ministry. It has been said that upwards of 60% of Roswell have ridden our buses and heard the gospel of Christ. Since 1940, every pastor has had preacher boys who have surrendered to the calling of full-time ministry. As we look out all over the world, we see specific examples of men and women who have given all to serve the Lord as a result of this ministry. Tommy Donahoe, Art George, Garland Hamilton, Kenneth Hegg, Chester Henry, Jack Henry, Ed Hewlett, J.C. Joyner, Gary McCrary, Joe Penrod, Cecil Floyd Wagner, Stan White, Bill Whitehead, Charlie Yates, Steve Wicker, Joe Merlo Jr., Pete Merlo, and Leilani Hamilton. Then we have women like Sarah Riones, who were saved through our bus ministry and are now serving God faithfully in their local church. Sarah, whose last name now is Moriarty, as she recounts her story about Tabernacle Baptist Church, realized that it has been the sacrifice of church folk like you that have given of your time, money, and talents to make an eternal impact in the life of a child.
Hi, my name is Sarah Moriarty, and I started riding the bus to Tabernacle Baptist Church when I was 7 years old. After that, I continued to ride the bus through my childhood years and into my teen years, and the bus ministry was just such a blessing to me, just getting to see the faithfulness of my bus workers coming every single Saturday and Sunday, even when I wasn't faithful. The Lord just used that in my life to eventually bring me to where I was faithfully riding the bus and coming to church, and continued to ride into my teen years until I was able to drive. Several church members who would come on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights and pick me up, and it was just such a blessing to me to come and let me be able to come to church and just grow spiritually. And in youth group, I got to start working on my bus, and so I got to be on the same bus route the whole time growing up and through my teenage years, and all the way until the Lord called me to go to Bible college. After I graduated from high school, I went to Oklahoma City and went to Heartland Baptist Bible College, and there I got to work on the bus ministry at Southwest Baptist Church. And to do that and into Christian education, and I have recently gotten married, and I met my husband in Bible college, and we now teach together at a Christian school that Heartland has started. Really, it all just stems back from the bus ministry, where the Lord just used that ministry to bring a child who otherwise wouldn't have a ride to get to church, just to be able to come to church and to hear the gospel. Just had the grace to also use me in His work, and so it's just been such a big blessing, and I'm just so thankful for the people who faithfully support, who are faithful to give money and give prayer and support and work on the bus. So I'm very thankful for the bus ministry of Tabernacle Baptist Church.
A church, however, is not about living in the past. It is about moving forward and seeing what God can do. The best days are ahead of us if our people will continue to have a mind to serve the Lord. In Nehemiah 4:6 we read, "So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work." With Phase 1 completed and paid for, we need to raise around $30,000 to finish Phase 2. We are positioned to move forward with an expansion and renovation project that will enable us to more effectively reach people for Jesus Christ. This is where God wants to use you to be a part of the future of Tabernacle Baptist Church. Would you consider being a part of what God is doing here by praying about what God would have you to give to further this ministry?